So those of you that don't already know, buying bolts online or any type of hardware is expensive compared to going to a local hardware store. Now, I do realize that local hardware stores are dwindling away, due to many different things. They're trying to shut them down as much as possible these days. Luckily, I have a good old-fashioned hardware store. It's a huge surplus store in my town, and I get everything. I mean, I basically built my whole car from that place. I'm there sometimes up to 3 or 4 times a day, but and it's close by. But all I did is I just took the measurements of all the bolts I needed, and wrote them all down, and took some of them out of my other 283 that's laying around, and I got all those for $3.20, as you see, and it would have been $40 online. So, or about $46 actually. I finally quit being stubborn and hooked up the, heater, because I was, and go figure, it's starting to get warm out now. We're having days in the 50s here in Pennsylvania, but I waited, until now to start using the heater. But today I'm getting close here, guys. Like we're getting towards the end. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There's still a lot to do, but one of the things that have been bothering me pretty bad is the straight axle. The whole assembly, like I kind of did it half-assed if you saw my assembly video on it. Not that I did it half-assed, but like I didn't know if I was doing it right, so I didn't want to like torque everything down completely, so I just kind of put it together. But I didn't lube anything up. Like I didn't even have any grease at the time, so I got a grease gun and I went in and greased everything up. I greased the bearings up. I don't show the whole process, but you guys get it. I took everything pretty much back apart, except for like the kingpin and all that I left in there, because you can grease that through the grease plug from the outside. And I rerouted you can see that rear hose, that black hose that's I made the line longer so that the hose wouldn't be so stretched, and it would have some flexibility there, or have some leeway for when I hit bumps. And then I mounted my battery box because that was something that needed done. I'm just trying to get some odds and ends done. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, why are you mounting it there? But it just works there. And you can still have a passenger in there with full, there's still enough room for your feet. So finally my water pump came in, the right one. This is a short water pump. I had the wrong one. I had a long water pump. And it's only an inch difference, but that inch throws off everything. And all the parts that I have are for a short water pump. So I had to order this. I just kept the other one because I'll probably use it on my small block 283 build. And I just hit this with some high temp black because I feel like this would rust, sooner than later without anything on it. I hit it with about 4 coats, and with the heat being on in there, it dried pretty quickly. It was still a little tacky when I put it on, so I was trying to be really careful not to mark it up because it looked really nice. Also, during this video, but I don't show it, I do a deep cleaning of the garage because it was well overdue. I mean, I did like 12 projects on this car and didn't clean up in between. I just had tools and debris and boxes and stuff everywhere, so it really needed done. Now I have a workspace that I'm using to paint on. After lubing everything up on the straight axle and getting those other odds and ends done, I also fixed the brake pedal, which I don't show, but the brake pedal where the bolt goes in, I don't know these specific terms. I guess I could have looked it up, but from the brake pedal going into the back of the master cylinder, the bolt it wasn't in place. Like I had to, it was in place, but it would just pull right back out. So I had to take a washer and I had to sand the edges down and fit it inside of there with the thingamajig. with the oh my gosh, it's the ring, the ring, whatever it's called, it's like a spring ring, whatever. But I had to take that out, and I put a washer in behind it, so now the bolt stays in there. It doesn't just come right back out. Stupid stuff like that I'm gonna kick myself after this video, because I'll remember all these terms, but I'm kind of on the spot, and I don't edit these. Like I record myself talking as I watch my video, if you didn't notice, and I don't edit my voice or anything. I just give it one go and that's it. So that's all adjustable, obviously. I love, the chrome accents on this with the black. I like the contrast between the black and the chrome, and that's why it was hard to explain, when people were seeing the metal or the chrome scoop on the top, that's why, because I knew that I was going to do some other chrome accents on the engine, but it was too hard to explain at the time. Now I'm being real careful here, because that water pump's still tacky. Yeah, it's really coming together. Like I have some other things on their way. Like I have a fuel pump on its way. I'm gonna run the fuel line. I'm gonna do all that stuff here real soon, because once the fuel line's done and once this engine is fully put together, I just have to do the wiring, and I'm kind of ready to roll. Now that hole obviously is out of place, so I thought that I could just do a quick drill job here and it would be the remedy, but it was going to take a little more than that, messing with my one drill bit here. But I didn't want to make the hole any wider, I just wanted to make it longer, if that makes any type of sense. Not really, but when you do it that way, it's, I had to actually do a new drill press, which thank God I have this drill press that you guys have yet to see, because I really don't use it all that much. I mean, it's very important to have a drill press, because they do come in handy, but I haven't really needed to use it. There's probably a lot of times where I should have used it instead of doing crooked ass drill jobs, in some of my braces and stuff, but I guess, when I'm in the middle of it, I just grab the drill, and I don't feel like, clamping things in here. But I want to get a stand for this drill press, and I'll probably use it a lot more. I need to rearrange everything in this garage and set it up for more than just woodworking projects. So that did it, sufficient enough. I'll just hide that ugliness with a washer, no harm, no foul. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, why did you mount the alternator like that? Why is it up top? Like, you could have put it on the side or hit it. I get it. And I just like it like that. And I think it worked out. Like, it doesn't bother me that it's there. You're not going to see it, because I don't even know why I even went with all this chrome and all these nice parts, because you're not going to see them. You're not going to see any of this stuff, because the hood is going to be fixed on there. I mean, there's not a hood, but like the front of the car is going to hide all this stuff. But this fan, I'm taking a chance with this fan as well. I just bought it because it matched, and it was used, and I got it on sale for like $15. It was originally like $55, and I Amazon primed it on over here, and I'm going to use it. At first I was worried it wouldn't fit in between the radiator surround, but it does. And yeah, that's that. Well, this isn't my first rodeo putting these accessories on, but it is, you know, like some of these things, like I've never used a fan like this. Usually I'm taking apart engines and putting them back together the way they were together. In this case, this engine was never together. So this is all new. I hope these pulleys work out. I hope that everything lines up. I mean, I'll make everything line up, but I'm going to have to adjust that, you know, that alternator's not like torqued down or anything. But I'm really excited to run the fuel line, get belts, and, you know, do this fuel pump and be done with her. But this part was a real pain. I had to do like 1/8-inch turn by 1/8-inch turn, you know, all the way around every single one of these. And it sucked. Let's just say that it took the longest out of anything. It took me about an hour to get these headers tightened down. And I had to go get these special bolts, you know, my 4th trip down to the hardware store, because as you can see, the heads are like right up against the pipes there. And it just didn't, you know, you couldn't just use regular bolts like the ones that I bought already. But, you know, for what, 50 cents? Nah, it was like $1. I got all new ones anyway. It doesn't hurt to have extra bolts laying around. But yeah, I mean, I love the way this looks, you know. Some people might not like it, some people might love it. Whatever, it's my car. I like the way it looks. I'm really digging it. And I love how that yellow pops. You know, I planned all these colors. It wasn't an accident, but I don't know. I'm just really excited. Like, it's really bizarre. You know, I didn't think that I'd be moving along this quick, and I'm just really excited to actually start this thing and see what it does. See if I can, you know, drive it down the road and, you know, pull it back in the garage under its own power. Like that's going to just be a really, really crazy experience. And I'll probably repeat that, you know, in all the following videos. But I'm just really, you know, every time I come out here and do something to it, it's just a step closer to finito. And that's where we're heading. Finito City. But yeah, this is probably my favorite. This is from inside the carport, looking through the window, the filthy, dirty window. That's why it's all glared up. But I love this view of it. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.